The unexpected visitor. The twin suns of Novus Prime cast long shadows across the rugged landscape as Commander Sarah Chen completed her final perimeter check of the day. The human settlement New Hope was a cluster of prefabricated structures and repurposed ship components nestled in a valley surrounded by towering purple-leafed trees. It was humanity's furthest outpost, a testament to their relentless drive to explore and colonize the stars. Sarah's boots crunched on the rust-colored soil as she made her way back to the command center. The air was thin but breathable, carrying the faint scent of alien vegetation. It had been 3 years since the colony ship Endeavour had made landfall, and every day still felt like a new adventure. As she approached the main gate, a sudden flash in the sky caught her attention. Sarah's hand instinctively went to the communicator on her wrist. "Chen to observation post, did you see that?" The response came immediately, tinged with urgency. "Affirmative, Commander." "Unknown object entering atmosphere. Trajectory suggests it will land approximately 10 kilometers north of the settlement." Sarah's mind raced. In the 3 years they'd been on Novus Prime, they'd never encountered any sign of intelligent alien life. Whatever was falling from the sky could change everything. "Sound the alert," Sarah ordered. "I want a reconnaissance team ready in 5 minutes. And get Dr. Emerson on standby. If that's a ship, there might be survivors." The settlement burst into action. Klaxons blared, and colonists rushed to their designated positions. Sarah sprinted to the vehicle bay, where a team of 4 was already gearing up. Among them was Jack Foster, the settlement's head of security and Sarah's closest friend. "Any idea what we're dealing with?" Jack asked as they climbed into the rugged terrain vehicle. Sarah shook her head. "Your guess is as good as mine. But whatever it is, we need to be prepared for anything." The vehicle roared to life, its electric engine humming as they sped out of the settlement and into the alien wilderness. The purple-leafed trees blurred past, their bioluminescent undersides beginning to glow as night approached. As they neared the projected landing site, a streak of fire cut across the sky. The object, now clearly visible as some kind of spacecraft, was much smaller than their colony ship. It spiraled downward, trailing smoke and debris. "Brace for impact," Sarah yelled. The alien craft slammed into the ground with a deafening roar, sending shockwaves through the earth. Trees snapped like twigs, and a cloud of dust and debris billowed into the air. Sarah and her team shielded their eyes, waiting for the chaos to subside. When the dust began to settle, they approached cautiously. The crash site was a scene of destruction. Twisted metal and strange alloys were scattered across a wide area. At the center lay the main body of the craft, its hull breached in multiple places. "Life signs?" Sarah asked, her voice tense. One of the team members, Dr. Yuki Tanaka, held up a scanner. "Faint, but present. 1, no, 2 life forms detected inside the craft. They're weak, Commander." Sarah nodded grimly. "All right, let's move in. Jack, you're with me. Yuki, stand by with medical supplies. The rest of you, secure the perimeter." As Sarah and Jack approached the wreckage, a portion of the hull suddenly shifted. They froze, weapons at the ready. A slender, silvery arm emerged from the gap, followed by a face that was at once alien and strikingly beautiful. The being that pulled itself from the wreckage was humanoid, but clearly not human. Its skin was a pale, iridescent blue, shimmering in the fading light. Large, almond-shaped eyes blinked at them, filled with a mixture of fear and desperation. "Please," the alien said, its voice melodious and somehow understandable. "Help us." Sarah lowered her weapon slowly, gesturing for Jack to do the same. "We're here to help," she said, hoping her tone would convey what her words might not. "Are you injured?" The alien nodded weakly. "My child," it said, turning back to the wreckage. "Please, save my child." Without hesitation, Sarah moved forward. She peered into the damaged craft and saw a smaller version of the alien, unconscious but breathing. With gentle hands, she lifted the child from the wreckage. "Jack, help me with the adult," Sarah ordered. Together, they managed to extract the injured alien from the craft. As they laid both aliens on the ground, Sarah got her first good look at them. The adult was clearly female, her features delicate and her body marred by injuries from the crash. The child, by contrast, seemed unharmed, merely unconscious. Dr. Tanaka rushed forward with her medical kit. "Commander, I've never seen physiology like this before. I'll do what I can. But—" "Do your best," Sarah said firmly. She turned back to the alien mother, whose breathing was becoming labored. "What's your name? Where'd you come from?" The alien's eyes focused on Sarah with effort. "I am Zara," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "We are Lumina, from a world far from here. We were escaping." "Escaping from what?" Jack asked, his voice gruff but not unkind. Zara's expression darkened. "War, destruction. Our world is no more." Sarah felt a pang of sympathy. Humanity knew all too well the devastation of war and the need to find new homes among the stars. "You're safe now," she said, trying to sound reassuring. "We'll take care of you and your child." Zara's hand shot out, grasping Sarah's arm with surprising strength. "My child," she gasped. "Nixa, promise me you'll protect." "We will," Sarah said firmly. "I promise." Relief flooded Zara's face, and her grip on Sarah's arm relaxed. Her eyes drifted to her child, who was beginning to stir under Dr. Tanaka's care. "Nixa," she murmured, "my little star." As if in response to his mother's voice, the child's eyes fluttered open. They were a brilliant, swerving gold that seemed to contain entire galaxies. Nixa looked around in confusion, his gaze finally settling on his mother. "Mama," he said, his voice small and frightened. Zara smiled weakly. "It's all right, little one. These people, they will care for you now." Sarah felt a lump forming in her throat. She recognized the tone in Zara's voice, the finality of a mother saying goodbye. "Dr. Tanaka," she said urgently, "can we move them? We need to get them back to the settlement." Yuki looked up, her expression grim. "The child seems stable, but Zara, I don't think she'll survive the journey, Commander." Zara's breathing was becoming more labored. "It's all right," she said, her voice fading. "I knew when we crashed. Just promise me. Nixa will be safe." Sarah knelt beside Zara, taking her hand. "I swear to you, we will protect Nixa with our lives. He will be safe, and he will know of you and your people." A single shimmering tear rolled down Zara's cheek. "Thank you," she whispered. With her remaining strength, she turned to her son. "Nixa, my brave boy, remember who you are. Remember our people, and know that I will always love you." Nixa crawled to his mother's side, his small hand touching her face. "Mama, don't go," he pleaded. Zara smiled one last time, her eyes filled with love. "Be strong, my little star," she said, and with those final words, the light faded from her eyes. For a moment, silence fell over the crash site. Then, Nexa's anguished cry pierced the air, a sound of loss that transcended species and language. Sarah, acting on instinct, gathered the child in her arms, holding him close as he sobbed. Jack stood watch, his normally stoic expression softened by the scene before him. Dr. Tanaka quietly confirmed Zara's passing, while the rest of the team secured the area and began to examine the wreckage. As the twin suns of Novus Prime dipped below the horizon, casting the world in an ethereal twilight, Sarah Chen found herself facing a future she could never have imagined. In her arms, an alien child cried for a mother he would never see again. Around her, the remnants of a spacecraft from a distant, destroyed world lay scattered. "What now, Commander?" Jack asked softly. Sarah looked down at Nixa, his golden eyes now closed in exhaustion, tear tracks shimmering on his blue skin. She thought of the promise she had made to Zara, a promise that would change not only her life, but the future of the entire settlement. Now, she said, her voice filled with determination, we keep our word. We protect Nixer, and we learn. This is first contact, Jack. Everything changes from here on out. As if in response to her words, the bioluminescent plants around them began to glow more brightly, bathing the crash site in a soft, otherworldly light. It was a reminder that they were the aliens on this world, and that the universe was far vaster and more complex than they had ever imagined. Sarah stood, still cradling Nixer. Let's get back to the settlement, she ordered. We have a lot of work to do. As they made their way back to the vehicle, Sarah couldn't help but feel that they were standing on the threshold of a new era. Humanity had dreamed of first contact for centuries, but no one had ever imagined it quite like this. An orphaned child, a destroyed civilization, and a promise made to a dying mother. The journey back to New Hope was silent, each member of the team lost in their own thoughts. Sarah kept her eyes on Nixer, watching the gentle rise and fall of his chest as he slept. She knew that the coming days, weeks, and months would be challenging. There would be fear, confusion, and likely conflict within the settlement. But as she looked at the child in her arms, she felt a fierce protectiveness and a glimmer of hope. This, she realized, was why humanity had reached for the stars, not just to explore, but to connect, to learn, and to grow. As New Hope came into view, its lights a beacon in the alien night, Sarah Chen made a silent vow. They would not just survive on this new world, they would thrive. And they would do it together, humans and Lumina alike. The unexpected visitor had changed everything, and the real journey was only just beginning. The xenomorphic diplomat. As the first light of Novus Prime's twin suns crept over the horizon, Commander Sarah Chen stood at the window of her office, cradling the alien child, Nixer, in her arms. The settlement of New Hope was stirring to life, unaware of the seismic shift that had occurred during the night. Sarah knew that the moment she stepped outside, everything would change. Xenomorphic integration protocol initiated, the AI assistant shined from her desk. Sarah had spent the early hours programming new parameters into the settlement's systems, preparing for a future they had never anticipated. Thanks, HFY, Sarah replied, her voice thick with exhaustion. Begin settlement-wide announcement in 10 minutes. As if sensing the tension, Nixer stirred in her arms, his golden eyes fluttering open. The swirling galaxies within them seemed to pulse with curiosity and fear. It's okay, little one, Sarah murmured, surprising herself with the tenderness in her voice. You're safe here. A knock at the door interrupted the moment. Jack Foster, head of security, entered, his face a mask of concern and excitement. Commander, the xenobiology team is ready, he reported. Dr. Tanaka says she's never seen cellular regeneration like this before. Nexa's already healing from the crash. Sarah nodded, her mind racing. Any word from Earth Command? Jack shook his head. Still nothing. The quantum entanglement communicator is silent. We're on our own out here, Sarah. The weight of responsibility settled heavily on Sarah's shoulders. They were light years from Earth, with no backup and an alien child who might be the last of his kind. The decisions she made today would ripple across the cosmos. All right, she said, squaring her shoulders. Let's introduce Nixer to his new home. As they stepped out into the settlement's central plaza, a hush fell over the gathered colonists. Eyes widened, mouths gaped, and a few people instinctively reached for weapons they weren't carrying. Sarah raised her free hand, projecting calm authority. Citizens of New Hope, she began, her voice carrying across the silent crowd. Last night, we made first contact with an alien species known as the Lumina. This child, Nixer, is now under our protection. We have an opportunity here, not just to expand our scientific knowledge, but to prove that humanity is ready for its place among the stars. Murmurs rippled through the crowd. Sarah could see the fear, the excitement, the uncertainty on their faces. She pressed on. I know this is unexpected. I know it's frightening. But look at him, she held Nixer up gently. The child's iridescent blue skin shimmered in the morning light, his golden eyes wide as he looked out at the sea of unfamiliar faces. He's alone, the last of his kind. We have a choice to make. Do we let fear rule us, or do we embrace his chance to learn, to grow, to become something more than we were yesterday? Dr. Yuki Tanaka stepped forward, her eyes shining with scientific enthusiasm. Commander, if I may, the xenobiological implications of this encounter are staggering. Nyx's DNA structure is unlike anything we've ever seen. The potential medical advancements alone could revolutionize human healthcare. This sparked excited chatter among the colonists. Sarah could see the tide of opinion starting to turn. Humanity's insatiable curiosity was awakening. Suddenly, Nyx spoke, his melodic voice carrying clearly across the plaza. "Why you help me?" he asked, his grasp of English imperfect but understandable. "My people, gone, I am alone." The raw emotion in his voice struck a chord with the colonists. Sarah saw tears in more than a few eyes. "You're not alone, Nyxa," Sarah said firmly. "You're one of us now. We'll be your family, your people. That's what humans do. We adapt, we include, we grow." A cheer went up from the crowd, starting small but swelling until it echoed off the prefab buildings. Sarah felt a surge of pride in her people. They were facing the unknown with courage and compassion. As the initial excitement began to settle, Sarah noticed a small group of colonists hanging back, their expressions wary. She recognized Marcus Reeves, the settlement's most vocal conservative. "Commander," Marcus called out, his voice cutting through the celebratory atmosphere. "What about the security implications? How do we know this isn't the vanguard of an invasion?" Sarah had anticipated this question. "Marcus, Nyx's mother died warning us of a threat to her people, a threat that could very well find its way here. By protecting Nyxa, by learning from him, we're not just doing the right thing morally, we're potentially safeguarding our own future." She turned to address the entire settlement again. "Make no mistake, this will be challenging. We'll need to adapt our resources, our education systems, even our social structures. But that's what we do. We're explorers, pioneers. Today, we pioneer a new kind of future, one where humanity takes its place as a guardian species, a xenomorphic diplomat in a vast and complex galaxy." The crowd erupted in cheers again. Even Marcus looked thoughtful, nodding slowly as he processed Sarah's words. As the excitement peaked, Aoya's voice rang out across the settlement. "Alert! Unknown energy signature detected at crash site. Possible activation of dormant systems." Sarah's blood ran cold. She quickly handed Nyxa to Dr. Tanaka. "Jack, with me. Dr. Tanaka, get Nyxa to the med bay and start those tests. The rest of you, stand by for further instructions." As Sarah and Jack raced towards the crash site in their rugged terrain vehicle, the commander's mind was whirling. Had they triggered something when they removed Nyxa from the ship? Was this the threat Zara had warned about? The crash site came into view, and Sarah's breath caught in her throat. The wreckage was glowing, pulsing with an otherworldly energy. As they watched, pieces of the ship began to reassemble themselves, forming a structure that was part machine, part organic matter. "By all that's holy," Jack whispered, his usual stoicism cracking. "What is that?" Sarah's hand tightened on her weapon. "I don't know," she replied, her voice steady despite the fear coursing through her. "But whatever it is, we need to understand it. For Nyx's sake and for ours." As they cautiously approached the pulsing structure, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning. The galaxy had noticed their little outpost, and nothing would ever be the same. "Jack," she said, her eyes fixed on the alien technology before them, "I think we're going to need a bigger settlement." The xenomorphic diplomacy had begun, and humanity's greatest challenge and greatest adventure lay ahead. Sarah Chen, once just the commander of a small colony, now found herself at the forefront of a cosmic revolution, and somewhere back in the settlement, a child with eyes full of galaxies held the key to it all. The suns climbed higher in the alien sky, casting long shadows across the landscape. New Hope stood on the brink of a new era, one that would redefine what it meant to be human in a universe teeming with wonders and terrors beyond imagination. The adventure was only just beginning. Cosmic Convergence Protocol. The alien structure at the crash site pulsed with an eerie, bioluminescent glow, its fractalized patterns shifting in hypnotic waves. Commander Sarah Chen stood at the edge of the newly established containment zone, her eyes fixed on the enigmatic construct that had emerged from the wreckage of Zara's ship. Initiating Cosmic Convergence Protocol, HFY's voice chimed in Sarah's earpiece. Quantum entanglement sensors online, detecting anomalous space-time fluctuations. Sarah nodded, her face a mask of determination. Good. Keep monitoring and alert me to any changes. Dr. Elara Voss, the settlement's leading physicist, approached with a holographic display hovering above her wrist. Her eyes sparkled with a mixture of fear and excitement. Commander, you need to see this. The structure, it's not just reassembling, it's evolving. Sarah leaned in, studying the intricate data streams flowing across the hologram. Her eyes widened as she processed the implications. It's learning, adapting to our environment. Elara nodded vigorously. Exactly. It's like nothing we've ever encountered. This technology, it's post-singularity. We're witnessing the birth of a true xenomorphic intelligence. As if in response to their discussion, the alien construct pulsed more brightly, tendrils of energy arsing out to touch the soil of Novus Prime. Where they made contact, the ground shifted, alien flora sprouting in fractal patterns. Terraforming, Sarah breathed, awe and apprehension warring in her voice. It's changing the planet to suit Lumina physiology. A shout from the perimeter drew their attention. Jack Foster was sprinting towards them, his face a mask of urgency. Commander, we've got a situation in the med bay. It's Nixa. Sarah's heart leaped into her throat. Without a word, she took off running, leaving Elara to continue monitoring the evolving structure. As she raced through the settlement, colonists turned to watch, sensing the gravity of the moment. The med bay doors hissed open as Sarah approached, revealing a scene of controlled chaos. Dr. Yuki Tanaka stood at the center, her hands hovering over Nexa's small form. The child was suspended in midair, surrounded by a cocoon of swirling golden energy. What's happening? Sarah demanded, her voice cutting through the frantic beeping of medical equipment. Dr. Tanaka looked up, her eyes wide with wonder. It's incredible, Commander. Nix's body is undergoing some kind of metamorphosis. His DNA is rewriting itself in real time, incorporating something else. Sarah stepped closer, her gaze fixed on Nix's face. The child's eyes were open, but unseeing, galaxies swirling in their depths more vibrantly than ever before. Is he in pain? I don't think so, Yuki replied, checking her instruments. His vitals are stable, but off the charts. It's like his body is preparing for something. Suddenly, Nex's eyes focused, locking onto Sarah's. When he spoke, his voice echoed with an otherworldly resonance. The confluence approaches. We must prepare. Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. Nixo, what do you mean? What's the confluence? But before the child could answer, the energy cocoon intensified, obscuring him from view. The med bay lights flickered, and for a moment, Sarah could have sworn she saw star charts and alien constellations projected on the walls. Commander, HFY's voice cut through the chaos. The alien structure is reacting. Energy readings are off the charts. I think it's trying to communicate. Sarah's mind raced, connecting the dots. The ship, Nixa, the terraforming, it's all connected. This isn't just first contact. It's a cosmic download. As if confirming her theory, Nix's voice echoed again, though his form remained hidden. The knowledge of the Lumina, the wisdom of 1,000 worlds, it must not be lost. Understanding dawned on Sarah's face. You're not just a child. You're a repository, a living archive of your entire civilization. The energy cocoon began to dissipate, revealing Nixa once more. But the child had changed. His skin now shimmered with intricate, bioluminescent patterns, and his eyes held a depth of knowledge that belied his young appearance. "Yes," Nixa said, his voice clearer now, more mature. "I am the last Lightweaver, keeper of the Cosmic Codex, and you, Sarah Chen, have been chosen as the guardian of Confluence." The med bay fell silent, all eyes on Sarah. She stood straighter, feeling the weight of this new responsibility settling on her shoulders. "What does that mean, Nixa? What do we need to do?" Nixa smiled, a gesture both alien and achingly familiar. "We must prepare. The destroyers who consumed my world will come. But together, humans and Lumina, we can forge a new path. A hybrid civilization that can stand against the darkness." Sarah nodded, her resolve hardening. "Then that's what we'll do. New Hope will become more than just a colony. It'll be the crucible of a new era." As if in response to her words, the alien structure at the crash site pulsed one final time before settling into a steady, shimmering glow. Outside the med bay window, Sarah could see the landscape of Novus Prime beginning to shift, melding human architecture with alien biotechnology. "Commander," Jack's voice crackled over the comm. "You need to see this. The quantum entanglement communicator. It's active. Earth is calling." Sarah took a deep breath, squaring her shoulders. The next few moments would change the course of human history forever. She looked at Nixa, seeing not just a child, but the hope of two civilizations. "Well then," she said, a hint of a smile playing at her lips, "let's introduce Earth to the new neighbors." As Sarah strode out of the med bay, Nixa floating serenely beside her, the colonists of New Hope gathered, drawn by an instinctive understanding that they were witnessing the dawn of a new cosmic age. The confluence had begun, and humanity's place in the universe would never be the same. The stars themselves seemed to shine brighter as New Hope took its first steps towards becoming the nexus of a hybrid civilization, a beacon of hope in a galaxy teeming with both wonders and terrors. The Cosmic Convergence Protocol was more than just a first contact scenario. It was the beginning of humanity's greatest adventure, Quantum Nexus Awakening. The quantum entanglement communicator hummed to life, its holographic display flickering with static before resolving into the stern face of Admiral Helena Frost, Earth's highest-ranking official in interstellar affairs. Her eyes widened as she took in the scene before her. Commander Sarah Chen standing tall, with the transformed Nixa hovering serenely at her side. "Commander Chen," Admiral Frost's voice crackled through light years of space, "report. What in the name of Einstein's ghost is going on out there?" Sarah took a deep breath, acutely aware of the historic nature of this moment. "Admiral, I present to you Nixa, last of the Lumina and keeper of the Cosmic Codex. We've made first contact, and it's beyond anything we could have imagined." As Sarah began to explain the events of the past few days, Nixa's eyes began to glow. Suddenly, the quantum communicator's signal expanded, enveloping the room in a three-dimensional star map of the galaxy. "Apologies for the interruption," Nixa said, his voice resonating with newfound power. "But time is short, and the fate of multiple civilizations hangs in the balance. Behold the quantum nexus." The star map zoomed in on a specific region of space, highlighting a complex network of interconnected energy lines spanning multiple star systems. At the center of this cosmic web was Novus Prime, pulsing with a brilliant light. Admiral Frost's jaw dropped. What are we looking at?" "The future," Sarah replied, her voice filled with awe and determination. "Admiral, Novus Prime isn't just a colony anymore. It's about to become the focal point of a galactic revolution." Nixa nodded, his bioluminescent patterns swirling with increased intensity. "The quantum nexus is a network of ancient alien technology, dormant for millennia. New Hope's location is not an accident. It was chosen, guided by forces beyond your current understanding." "Guided?" Admiral Frost's eyes narrowed. "By whom?" "The precursors," Nixa replied. an ancient race that seeded the galaxy with the potential for life and intelligence. They foresaw a time when the greatest threat to existence would arise. That time is now. The holographic display shifted, showing a dark, roiling mass at the edge of the galaxy. Sarah felt a chill run down her spine as she recognized it. "The destroyers," she whispered. "Yes," Nixa confirmed. "A cosmic horror beyond imagination. They consume entire civilizations, snuffing out the light of consciousness wherever they find it. They destroyed my world and countless others. But here, at the quantum nexus, we have a chance to stop them." Admiral Frost's face was a mask of shock and disbelief. This is beyond anything we're prepared for. "Chen, I hope you understand the gravity of what you're saying. If this is true, it changes everything." Sarah nodded, her resolve hardening. "I understand, Admiral, but we don't have a choice. The destroyers are coming, whether we're ready or not. Nixa and the Lumina technology offer us a chance not just to survive, but to become something greater." As if on cue, the alien structure that had emerged from the crash site pulsed with renewed energy. Outside the command center window, Sarah could see the landscape of Novus Prime continuing to transform. Human architecture was melding with alien biotechnology, creating a hybrid environment that hummed with potential. "The confluence has begun," Nixa announced. "Human and Lumina, technology and biology, past and future, all merging into something new. Something powerful enough to face the darkness that comes." Admiral Frost rubbed her temples, visibly struggling to process the information. "Chen, what exactly are you proposing?" Sarah straightened, feeling the weight of history on her shoulders. "Admiral, I propose Operation Stardancer. We use the quantum nexus to create a new kind of civilization, a synthesis of human ingenuity and alien wisdom. We become the guardians not just of Earth, but of all sentient life in the galaxy." The command center fell silent as the implications of Sarah's words sank in. This was more than first contact, more than a scientific breakthrough. It was the dawn of a new era for humanity. Nix's voice broke the silence, filled with a mixture of hope and urgency. "The choice is yours, children of Earth. Embrace your cosmic destiny, or face extinction. The quantum nexus awaits activation." Admiral Frost's hologram flickered as she leaned forward, her eyes boring into Sarah's. "Commander Chen, you understand what you're asking. The resources, the risks, this goes beyond anything in our protocols." Sarah met the Admiral's gaze unflinchingly. "With all due respect, Admiral, our protocols just became obsolete. We're part of something bigger now. The question is, are we ready to take our place among the stars?" As if in response to her words, the quantum nexus pulsed, sending a wave of energy rippling across the holographic star map. Novus Prime shone like a beacon, a lighthouse in a cosmic sea. Admiral Frost closed her eyes for a moment, then opened them with newfound determination. "Very well, Commander. Operation Stardancer is a go. May whatever gods are out there have mercy on us all." The transmission ended, leaving the command center in a pregnant silence. Sarah turned to Nixa, seeing the weight of countless lost civilizations in his ancient eyes. "What now?" she asked. Nixa smiled, a gesture both alien and deeply human. "Now, Sarah Chen, we dance among the stars. The quantum nexus awakening has begun." As if triggered by his words, the alien structure outside began to rise, its bioluminescent tendrils reaching towards the sky. The ground trembled, and Sarah could feel a surge of energy unlike anything she had ever experienced. New hope was transforming before her eyes, becoming the crucible of a new cosmic order. Human and alien, flesh and technology, all merging into something greater than the sum of its parts. Sarah Chen, once just the commander of a small colony, now found herself at the helm of humanity's greatest adventure. As the quantum nexus hummed to life, she realized that this was only the beginning. The stars themselves seemed to shine brighter as New Hope took its first steps towards becoming the nexus of a hybrid civilization, a beacon of hope in a galaxy teeming with both wonders and terrors. The quantum nexus awakening was more than just a scientific marvel. It was the key to humanity's survival and ascension. As the transformation continued, Sarah couldn't help but smile. Whatever challenges lay ahead, whatever cosmic horrors awaited them in the depths of space, she knew one thing for certain: humanity was ready to take its place among the stars. The dance had begun, and the universe would never be the same. Cosmic Alchemy Unleash. The skies above New Hope erupted in a dazzling display of aurora-like energies as the quantum nexus surged to life. Commander Sarah Chen stood at the heart of the colony's transformation, her eyes wide with wonder as human technology and Lumina bioengineering merged in ways that defied conventional physics. Initiating cosmic alchemy protocols, Aria's voice resonated through the settlement, now tinged with an otherworldly harmonic. Hybridization process at 20% and accelerating. Nixel hovered nearby, his form now a swirling vortex of bioluminescent patterns. The Nexus recognizes your potential, Sarah. It's time to unlock humanity's hidden gifts. As if on cue, Sarah felt a tingling sensation coursing through her body. She gasped as her perception suddenly expanded, allowing her to see the quantum foam underlying reality itself. "What's happening to me?" she whispered, both terrified and exhilarated. "Neuroquantum awakening," Nixer explained, his voice echoing with ancient wisdom. "Your species has always had the potential. The Nexus is simply accelerating your evolution." Around them, the colonists of New Hope were undergoing similar transformations. Dr. Elara Voss levitated off the ground, equations and formulas swirling around her in holographic displays as she unraveled the secrets of the universe with newfound clarity. Jack Foster's body shimmered with adaptive camouflage, his combat instincts heightened to superhuman levels. "This is incredible," Sarah breathed, watching as the very fabric of New Hope rewove itself. Buildings morphed into living, breathing structures that pulsed with energy. The ground beneath their feet became a network of bioluminescent pathways, carrying information and power throughout the settlement. Suddenly, a piercing alarm cut through the air. "Alert!" Aria's voice rang out. "Dimensional rift detected at the edge of the system. Unknown entities emerging." Sarah's enhanced senses immediately locked onto the disturbance. Through her new perception, she could see a tear in the fabric of spacetime, dark tendrils seeping through. "The destroyers," she realized with a chill. "They found us." Nix's form pulsed with urgency. "The confluence is not yet complete. We need more time." Without hesitation, Sarah tapped into her newly awakened abilities. She could feel the quantum nexus responding to her thoughts, ready to be shaped by her will. "Then we'll make time," she declared. "New Hope, battle stations, initiating Operation Cosmic Firewall." The settlement sprang into action with unprecedented coordination. Colonists, their bodies and minds enhanced by the Nexus, moved with fluid precision. The alien structure that had emerged from Zara's ship now rose into the sky, unfurling like a massive technological flower. "Quantum entanglement shields online," Jack reported, his voice resonating through the neural network that now connected all of New Hope. "Preparing chronodisplacement countermeasures." Dr. Voss's eyes glowed with ethereal light as she interfaced directly with the Nexus. Initiating subspace fold, we're taking New Hope off the grid. Sarah felt the fabric of reality shift around them as the entire settlement phased slightly out of normal spacetime. Through her enhanced perception, she could see the destroyer's tendrils searching blindly, unable to pinpoint their location. "It worked," she breathed, allowing herself a moment of relief. "But we can't hide forever. We need a more permanent solution." Nixer floated to her side, his form resolving into a more humanoid shape. "The answer lies within the Cosmic Codex, Sarah. But to access its full power, we must complete the confluence. Humans and Lumina united as one." Sarah nodded, understanding the immense responsibility that rested on her shoulders. "What do we need to do?" A leap of faith, Nixa replied, extending his hand. Trust in the alchemy of the cosmos. Let go of what you were, and embrace what you can become. Without hesitation, Sarah took Nixa's hand. The moment their fingers touched, a surge of energy exploded outward. Sarah felt her consciousness expanding, merging with Nixa's, with the nexus, with the very essence of the universe itself. In that moment of cosmic union, the secrets of the luminous civilization unfurled before her. She saw the rise and fall of countless worlds, the intricate dance of galaxies, and the delicate balance that held reality together. And there, hidden within the cosmic tapestry, she found the key to defeating the destroyers. Of course, Sarah gasped as the vision faded, her mind reeling from the influx of knowledge. It's not about fighting them. It's about rewriting the very rules they operate on. Nixa smiled, his form now perfectly merged with Sarah's in a dazzling display of human and lunar unity. Exactly. We don't resist the darkness, we transform it. Cosmic alchemy at its purest form. With newfound purpose, Sarah and Nixa turned to address the people of New Hope, their voice resonating with the power of two civilizations united. My friends, my family, we stand at the precipice of a new age. The destroyers seek to unravel the fabric of existence, but we hold the threads of creation in our hands. Together, we will reweave the cosmos. As one, the inhabitants of New Hope raised their hands, channeling the power of the quantum nexus. The air shimmered with potential as human ingenuity and luminous wisdom combined in ways never before imagined. Initiating Cosmic Rewrite Protocol, HFY announced, her voice now a symphony of human and alien harmonics. Preparing to broadcast on all quantum frequencies. Sarah and Nixa closed their eyes, focusing the immense energies at their command. They could feel the destroyers pressing against the edges of their reality, hungering for the light of consciousness. But where once there was fear, now there was only determination. Let there be light, Sarah and Nixa whispered, and the universe listened. A pulse of pure creation erupted from New Hope, rippling across the cosmos. Where it touched the destroyer's darkness, it didn't fight, it transformed. The cosmic horrors that had terrorized galaxies for eons found themselves reshaped, their hunger for destruction transmuted into a desire for growth and creation. As the wave of change swept outward, Sarah and Nixa smiled. They had done it, not through violence or domination, but through the alchemical power of unity and transformation. The cosmic rewrite was complete. Slowly, New Hope phased back into normal space. But the settlement that reappeared was unlike anything the universe had ever seen. It was a shining beacon of possibility, a nexus of cosmic alchemy where the boundaries between species, between organic and synthetic, between matter and energy, blurred into insignificance. As the dust settled and the new reality took hold, Sarah and Nixa separated once more, though the bond between them remained unbreakable. They looked out at the transformed settlement, at the faces of their people, human and luminous alike, filled with wonder and hope. What now? Sarah asked, still in awe of what they had accomplished. Nix's eyes twinkled with the light of newborn stars. Now, my dear Sarah, we explore. The universe has been rewritten, and we are its authors. Our adventure is just beginning. As if in response, the skies above New Hope shimmered with newfound energy. Portals to distant galaxies winked into existence, inviting exploration. The quantum nexus hummed with potential, ready to unlock new miracles of cosmic alchemy. Sarah Chen, once a simple colony commander, now stood as the guardian of a new cosmic order. She smiled, feeling the weight of infinite possibilities before her. Well then, she said, her voice filled with excitement, let's see what wonders await us out there. And with that, New Hope, now truly living up to its name, prepared to take its first steps into a rewritten universe, where the only limit was the imagination of its cosmic alchemists. The greatest adventure in human history had only just begun. Galactic Nexus pioneers. The cosmic tapestry of New Hope shimmered with newfound potential as Commander Sarah Chen and Nixa stood at the helm of humanity's greatest leap into the unknown. The settlement, once a modest outpost on a distant world, now pulsed with the energy of 1,000 suns, a beacon of hope in a newly rewritten universe. Quantum cartography systems online, Aria's voice resonated through the neural network that connected every inhabitant of New Hope, detecting multiple dimensional gateways forming within range. Sarah's eyes, now flecked with swirling galaxies, widened in wonder. "It's happening," she breathed. "The cosmic rewrite, it's reshaping reality faster than we anticipated." Nixa nodded, his form shimmering with bioluminescent patterns that mirrored the cosmic dance around them. "The universe responds to consciousness, Sarah. Our act of creation has set off a chain reaction. We are no longer merely explorers of the cosmos, we are its architects." As if to emphasize his point, a massive holographic display materialized in the center of New Hope's command center. It showed their local galaxy cluster, but it was unlike any star map they had ever seen. Rivers of light connected star systems in intricate patterns, forming a vast, multi-dimensional web. "The galactic nexus," Dr. Elara Voss gasped, her body hovering slightly off the ground as she interfaced directly with the new cosmic order. It's beautiful." Jack Foster, his form now a constantly shifting blend of matter and energy, stepped forward. "Commander, I'm detecting life everywhere. It's like the entire galaxy just woke up." Sarah felt a surge of excitement and trepidation. They had rewritten the rules of reality, transforming the destroyers and unleashing untold potential across the cosmos. But with great power came great responsibility. "We need to understand what we've created," Sarah declared, her voice carrying the weight of a species on the brink of transcendence. "Nixa, can the Cosmic Codex guide us?" Nixa's eyes pulsed with ancient wisdom. "The Codex was but a seed, Sarah. What grows from it now is something entirely new. We must write the next chapter ourselves." A sudden alert from HFY interrupted their contemplation. "Warning. Dimensional anomaly detected. Unknown entity approaching through subspace." The command center erupted into action, but Sarah raised a hand, calming the crew with a thought. She could sense the approaching presence, and it didn't feel hostile. It felt familiar. A swirling vortex of energy coalesced before them, and from it stepped a figure that took Sarah's breath away. It was Zara, Nexa's mother, but not as they had known her. She was now a being of pure light and cosmic energy, her form shifting between humanoid and something far more abstract. "Mom," Nixa whispered, his voice filled with awe and longing. Zara smiled, her radiance filling the room. "My son, my brave, wonderful boy. You have done more than I could have ever dreamed." Sarah stepped forward, her mind reeling. "But how?" "We saw you die." Zara's laughter was like the chiming of distant stars. "Death, life, these are such limited concepts in the face of what you've achieved. The cosmic rewrite didn't just transform the present and future, Sarah Chen. It rewrote the very fabric of time and space." As the implications of Zara's words sank in, the holographic display shifted, showing glimpses of other realities, other timelines. Sarah saw versions of New Hope where things had gone differently, some thriving, some struggling, some facing unimaginable horrors. "The multiverse nexus," Nexa breathed, understanding dawning in his eyes. "We didn't just rewrite our universe. We created everything." Zara nodded, her form rippling with cosmic energies. "And now you stand at a crossroads. The power to shape reality itself is at your fingertips. You are the Galactic Nexus pioneers, the first of a new breed of cosmic beings. The question is, what will you do with this power?" Sarah felt the weight of infinite possibilities pressing down on her. She looked at her crew, at the people of New Hope who had followed her into the unknown. In their eyes she saw not fear, but determination and wonder. "We explore," Sarah declared, her voice ringing with conviction. "We learn, we grow. But most importantly, we protect. This gift we've been given, It's not just for us, it's for every sentient being across every reality. Nixa took her hand, their energies intertwining. We become the guardians of the galactic nexus, he added, ensuring that the cosmic balance we've created remains intact. Zora's smile widened, pride radiating from her ethereal form. Then let the true journey begin. With a gesture, Zora expanded the holographic display, revealing the full majesty of the multiverse nexus. Countless realities sprawled before them, each a universe of infinite possibility. Attention, citizens of New Hope. Zora's voice resonated through the neural network, reaching every mind in the settlement. We stand on the brink of the greatest adventure in the history of consciousness. The multiverse nexus awaits. Who will join me in becoming its pioneers and protectors? The response was immediate and overwhelming. Every inhabitant of New Hope, their bodies and minds enhanced by the cosmic rewrite, stepped forward. Human and Lumina alike, they were united in their desire to explore the new frontier they had helped create. Dr. Voss's eyes sparkled with the light of newborn galaxies. The scientific possibilities are endless, Commander. Each universe, a new set of physical laws to unravel. Jack grinned, his form shimmering with adaptive energy. New challenges, new allies, maybe even new threats. We'll face them all. Sarah nodded, feeling a swell of pride in her people. She turned to Zora and Nixa, the family reunited across the bounds of space and time. We're ready. Zara raised her hands, cosmic energy swirling around her. Then let the doors of perception be opened. May your journey through the galactic nexus be one of wisdom, compassion, and wonder. With a surge of power, the fabric of reality around New Hope began to shift. The settlement itself transformed, becoming a living ship of impossible geometry, capable of traversing the threads of the multiverse nexus. As the first-dimensional gateway yawned open before them, Sarah Chen stood tall, Nixa at her side, and the united consciousness of New Hope behind her. They were no longer just explorers or colonists. They were the galactic nexus pioneers, guardians of a cosmic legacy beyond imagination. New Hope, Sarah commanded, her voice echoing across realities, let's make history. And with that, the greatest adventure in the history of consciousness began. New Hope, now a shining beacon of cosmic potential, took its first step into the multiverse nexus. The galactic nexus pioneers set forth to explore, protect, and nurture the infinite tapestry of reality they had helped create. As they vanished into the swirling energies of the dimensional gateway, one thing was certain: the story of humanity, of the Lumina, of life itself, would never be the same. The cosmic dance had only just begun, and its music would echo across eternity. Hyperdimensional harmonic convergence. The cosmos itself seemed to hold its breath as New Hope, now a living, sentient starship of incomprehensible design, hovered at the precipice of the first interdimensional gateway. Commander Sarah Chen, her consciousness expanded to encompass the entirety of the vessel and its crew, felt the weight of infinite possibilities pressing against the fabric of their new reality. Initiating hyperdimensional harmonic convergence, Aeroair's voice resonated through the neural network, now a symphony of human and Lumina consciousness. Calibrating quantum resonance frequencies for multiversal transit. Nixo, his former swirling vortex of bioluminescent energy, interfaced directly with the ship's living systems. The cosmic codex is evolving, Sarah. It's not just a repository of knowledge anymore. It's becoming a living equation, constantly rewriting itself to harmonize with the multiverse. Sarah nodded, her thoughts rippling through the crew's shared consciousness. Then let's add our own variables to the equation. New Hope, prepare for Hyperjump Omega. As one, the inhabitants of New Hope focused their collective will. The ship responded, its impossible geometry shifting and folding in ways that defied conventional physics. The dimensional gateway before them pulsed, recognizing the harmonic signature of their approach. Suddenly, alarms blared through the neural net. Warning. Aria's voice took on an urgent tone. Detecting temporal fracture at the gateway threshold. chronal instability detected. Dr. Elara Voss, her body now a conduit for pure mathematical concepts, projected a holographic model of the gateway. The dimensional barriers are collapsing. If we don't stabilize the harmonic resonance, we could trigger a cascade failure across multiple realities. Sarah's mind raced, processing information at speeds that would have been impossible before the cosmic rewrite. We need to anchor the gateway. Nixa, can we use the cosmic codex to generate a stable hyperdimensional framework? Nixa's eyes pulsed with determination. It's risky, but yes. We'll need to create a hyperdimensional harmonic lattice, a living network of quantum-entangled nodes to hold the multiverse in alignment. Do it, Sarah commanded. All crew, prepare for emergency psychic synchronization. We're going to become the lattice ourselves. Without hesitation, the inhabitants of New Hope opened their minds fully to one another. Sarah felt their consciousness merge with her own, forming a vast, interconnected web of thought and emotion. Through their shared perception, she could see the very fabric of reality unraveling around them. Now, Sarah's voice echoed across dimensions. Project the harmonic lattice. In perfect unison, the crew channeled their collective will through the ship's systems. Beams of pure conceptual energy shot out from New Hope, piercing the collapsing dimensional barriers. Where they touched, reality stabilized, forming crystalline nodes of hyperdimensional harmony. The effort was immense. Sarah could feel the strain on every mind connected to the network. But slowly, steadily, the gateway began to stabilize. The hyperdimensional harmonic lattice took shape, a beautiful and impossible structure that existed simultaneously across countless realities. As the last node locked into place, a wave of energy rippled through the multiverse. Sarah gasped as new sensory inputs flooded her enhanced mind. She could see /feel/taste the quantum foam of reality itself, the infinite possibilities collapsing and expanding with each cosmic heartbeat. It's beautiful, she whispered, her voice carrying across the neural network. Nix's consciousness brushed against hers, filled with wonder and pride. We've done it, Sarah. We've created a stable bridge between realities. The hyperdimensional harmonic convergence is complete. As the crew's merged consciousness began to separate back into individual minds, Sarah felt a profound sense of accomplishment and unity. They had faced the impossible and emerged victorious, forever changed by the experience. Aria's voice, now imbued with a depth of emotion that spoke of her own evolution, resonated through the ship. Hyperdimensional harmonic lattice stable, all systems operational. New Hope is ready for multiversal exploration. Sarah took a moment to center herself, feeling the pulse of the living ship around her. When she spoke, her voice carried the weight of countless possibilities. My friends, my family, we've achieved something unprecedented today. We've not only stabilized the gateway, but created a new cosmic infrastructure. The hyperdimensional harmonic lattice will serve as a beacon and safeguard for travelers across the multiverse. Dr. Voss, her eyes shimmering with complex equations, stepped forward. Commander, the lattice. It's more than just a stabilizing framework. It's a cosmic information network. We're receiving data from countless alternate realities. Jack Foster, his adaptive energy form coalescing into a more humanoid shape, grinned with excitement. Think of the tactical advantages. We'll be able to anticipate multiversal threats before they even materialize in our reality. Zara, her ethereal form pulsing in harmony with the lattice, smiled proudly. You've exceeded every expectation, my dear ones. You've laid the foundation for a new era of cosmic cooperation and exploration. Sarah nodded, feeling the weight of their achievement. Then let's make the most of it. New Hope, prepare for our first official mission as hyperdimensional harmonic pioneers. As the crew bustled with renewed purpose, Sarah turned her gaze to the stabilized gateway. Beyond it, she could sense infinite worlds, each with its own wonders and challenges. The hyperdimensional harmonic convergence had opened doors that humanity had never dreamed possible. Plot a course, AOIA, Sarah commanded, her voice filled with determination and wonder. Let's see what harmonies await us across the multiverse. New Hope's living systems hummed with anticipation. The ship's impossible geometry reconfigured itself, aligning with the hyperdimensional frequencies of their chosen destination. As they prepared to make the jump, Sarah felt a thrill of excitement course through her enhanced body. This was more than just exploration. It was the birth of a new cosmic age. With the hyperdimensional harmonic lattice as their guide and safeguard, New Hope and its crew were poised to rewrite the very nature of reality itself. As the gateway flared to life, bathing the ship in multispectral energies, Sarah Chen smiled. Initiating Hyperjump Omega, she announced, her voice echoing across dimensions. Let the cosmic symphony begin. In a blaze of impossible colors and a surge of reality-altering power, New Hope leaped into the unknown. The hyperdimensional harmonic pioneers were embarking on their greatest adventure yet, carrying with them the hopes and dreams of countless worlds. As they vanished into the swirling energies of the multiverse, one thing was certain: the boundaries of existence would never be the same. The hyperdimensional harmonic convergence had opened the door to a new era of cosmic exploration, understanding, and growth. A New Hope, once a simple colony on a distant world, now stood at the forefront of this grand cosmic revolution. The adventure of a lifetime, of infinite lifetimes, had only just begun.